Hi, everyone. First, I'm going to start by saying cheers. Hopefully you've made your version of this Palm Mint Fizz. It is watermelon season, so mine is watermelon based, but it would be great with any other fruit juice. So non-alcoholic or boozy version, whatever your choice is, cheers to you. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Diamando, and I am a business artist. I am the lead creative warrior at GOLIVE Spartan Experiences. I am also an independent consultant and district manager with Arbonne International. This presentation is created by me solely and GOLIVE Spartan. So any questions that you might have, please come to me. If somebody sent you this video or recording, and you're interested in some of the products that I talk about, please reach out to them. They'll be able to guide you just as well as I could. And if you're interested in some of the mindset and business and things that I talk about, you will have access to contact me as well. So that's the business of it, right? Now I want to do what I always do, and that is get some movement into our lives, because we spend so much time thinking and doing and being and all this stuff, and sometimes we just need to like shake it out. So if we were in person, I would probably do a quick 5-minute yoga session with you. Yes, even 5 minutes is enough to make a huge difference. Don't get in your head and think that if you can't work out for an hour, that you just shouldn't work out at all. Do something for 5 minutes and you will feel better. But I'm not going to make you stand up and do yoga today. In fact, we're going to sit and do some face yoga, because as much as I love movement, and we're going to be moving our faces a lot, I also love being silly. So you get to watch me be silly, and I hope that you will be silly with me. During our face yoga, I am going to use some wonderful Arbonne products. I will be demonstrating the AgeWell set. So if you have access to that to play along, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too. The exercises can be done no matter what. And now it is the time to use the magic of technology, because what I would like you to have is a couple of things for today's presentation. First thing, I'd like you to have a clean face. So you're going to need to go wash your face if you haven't already done that. And on your way back, you should grab a pen or pencil or marker of your choice, whatever color you like, and a couple pieces of paper, a notepad. So now's the time, if you don't already have those things, to press pause on the video and go and do those things. Little bit of disclaimer, as you're washing your face, just take some time to look at yourself. I do this every morning as I'm washing my face, and the circular motions and really just awakening myself for the day. I look myself in the eyes and I start to say aloud the things that I love about me. And it's not the same every day. And sometimes it's harder than other days. Sometimes it's easier. But as you're washing your face, take the time to speak aloud to yourself the things that you love. I have a great smile. I am kind. I am caring. I love my eyebrows. I love that these gray hairs here are only in one spot, so I'm going to look like Cruella de Vil. Just anything that you think of, say it out loud while you're washing your face. Then wash off your cleanser with some cold water so that you can tighten up those pores, and then come back to me. And by the magic of technology, you are back and you have a clean face and you have your pen and you have your paper and you're ready to go. So hopefully you used a wonderful plant-based, chemical-free, excellent ingredient policy cleanser. I use the AgeWell cleanser. I also mix that with the another anti-acne line that we have, because sometimes as adults we get a little hormonal acne, but the AgeWell line is actually really great for that as well. So you don't need to do the combination. You can just go for it. So our faces, they are how we project ourselves into the world, and they are beautiful, each and every one of them, no matter what they look like. But they also hold a lot of tension. So I used to be an actor, and so I've been doing facial exercises for a long time. I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a dermatologist. I am just a person who uses her face and likes to move her face and wants her face to look and feel great. So I'm just going to lead us through a few exercises that will increase the muscular energy and the nerve endings, start to produce more of that elasticity and collagen production within your face, and also release some tension. So the first thing I want us to do now that we have a clean face is we're going to release our jaw. Our jaw holds so much tension sometimes. It is connected to our spine, even though we don't really know that. They're like right in the back of our head, connected to each other, not physically, but very close. So one moves the other. So what I want you to do is I want you to place your clean index fingers, make little hooks with them, put them on your chin, resting like this. I don't know why mine looks so uneven. There we go. Resting on your chin, and then put your thumbs right in the center of your bottom of your chin. And then I want you to put your lips over your teeth, like this. And you're gonna have your lips over your teeth. Kind of like an old woman who forgot to put her dentures in the morning, right? So lips over your teeth, a little bit of pressure from your fingers, allowing gravity to do its work, and just drop your jaw. And with your lips over your teeth, you're just going to start to move your jaw, not with the muscles in your face, but with gravity and with your hands. So a little bit like this. Now, what is this doing? It's tricking our brain into forgetting to hold the tension in our jaw. So it allows it to slowly release. It also, by keeping our lips over our teeth, is starting to reduce these frown lines. So do this every morning or every night, and you are golden. So like I said, this is my morning routine. I love myself in the mirror and I do my face routine. At night, when I'm washing my face, I like to acknowledge my accomplishments for the day. So it's kind of the opposite, open and close of the day. At the close of the day, any little thing that I accomplished, I will do that while I'm cleansing my face. Meant to mention that before. If you think that you don't accomplish things on a daily basis, you're washing your face. That's an accomplishment. You probably brushed your teeth. That's an accomplishment. Even the little things count, and the more you track them, the more you grow and they become bigger things. So back to our face. We've just released our jaw, right? Now, the second step is we've got our toner. I'm just going to spritz and refresh our toner. Feels so good. Just going to use our hands and just start to flutter our eyes a little bit as we're letting the toner dry in. You're moving the muscles of your eyes, trying to keep your forehead or your three head, in my case, nice and tight, no lines there. Just flutter your eyelids, dry the toner. Great, we did that. All right, we're moving on to our serum. Little serum goes a long way. So with our serum, just a little bit like that on my finger, I'm going to put a couple of dots on your cheeks, your nose, your forehead, your chin. You can put the leftover on your neck. And we're just going to start tapping, energetically tapping. It's really soothing activity, kind of like raindrops falling on your face. And it's also starting to energize those nerve endings in your face and in your neck. The neck is so important, and the chest, the collarbones, just tap, tap, tapping, getting the serum in. And then you just sort of wipe up on your cheekbones, swipe out on your forehead, up here over your lip. And just back to tapping, a little bit of gentle tapping until you feel like everything is nice and soaked in. It doesn't take long. If you're looking for something a little more aggressive at this point, this is a great time to use a face roller. It's doing the same thing energetically, right? But it's just a little bit more pressure for those of you who like to kick it up a notch. All right, then the next step is to do our eye cream. So again, you don't need a lot of these products. So just a tiny little bit of the eye cream. That's actually too much. I did too much, but whatever. Sometimes I'm an overachiever. So we're gonna put dots of it under our eyes and then above our eyes. Even though these are really great products, don't get them in your eyes. Nobody wants that sting, and you don't want your finger in your eye either. So we're just tapping. The thinnest layer of skin on your body is underneath your eyelids, so you don't ever want to pull or scrub or scrape there, but you do want to nurture that area and start to enliven those nerve endings. I don't know if enliven is a word, but I'm going to use it right now. I like it. So we're just tapping. All right, so we've tapped our serum in. Now I want to do the next face yoga exercise. So you're going to take your index fingers again. You're going to put them on your eyebrows. You're going to apply medium pressure. You're going to take your middle fingers and you're going to create a V right on the bottom of your eye socket. And you're just going to make these sort of Catwoman mask eyes. And you're going to pull up on your eyebrows and pull down on your eye socket. Don't create those lines in your forehead. Or three head again. All right, so you've got your V, and I just want you to look up and try to bring your bottom lid up to your top lid. And you're not going to be able to, right? Because the pressure of your fingers is pulling down, so you can't actually close your eyes. But what you're doing here is you're preventing the ability of those crow's feet to form. All right, now I want you to look down. And I want you to try to close your top lid to your bottom lid. What you're doing there is increasing the elasticity above your eyes so you start to prevent the droopy eye thing that happens. Right? And just wipe that away. We're done with the eyes for now. And the last step of our program is during the morning, you do the day cream. At night, you do the night cream. Pretty self-explanatory. A little bit of lotion, like I said, goes a long way. Definitely get it on your neck, your cheeks, here. We're just going to wipe up on our neck, always energetically going up on your neck, especially for us women out there. We don't want to start to create jowls like a basset hound, although I do love basset hounds. Now we're just sort of swiping our lotion in very gently. Still doing that energy here. For a little bit of extra face yoga, we're just going to pinch. Just gum our lips again and just pinch, 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 pinch. So that is a quick 6-minute face routine. We don't all have 6 minutes every day in the morning. Doing this routine really only takes about 2 minutes, but it's fun to add in the self-nurture and the love that comes with a little bit of face yoga and being silly. Oh, wait, I forgot to be silly. All right, smile big, everyone. Smile really big and stick your tongue out of your mouth. And now I want you to try to lick all sides of your face while smiling big. And if you feel like you're scrunching up, you can put your fingers on your forehead to keep that area smooth. So smile big. Drop your shoulders down, don't create tension. All right, now shake it out. Shake it out. Just another way to keep those muscles tight in your face, feel fresh. Also, I recommend finishing with the derm results. As a person who never used to use skincare at all, except for olive oil and coconut oil because my skin was so sensitive, I love this line, and the derm results is my favorite product. It is an oil-based serum, but it is super great for you, super hydrating, great for dark spots, great protection from just the pollutants in the air. So derm results. All right, we've done our face yoga. We've gotten silly. We have our Fizz-based drinks. So we've got our green tea, our ginseng, our guarana, our CoQ10. Our minds are sharp and strong, and we're feeling pretty good. And life happens, right? Life happens all the time. So Life can be chaotic, it can be frustrating, it can be beautiful, it can be wonderful. And as human beings, we are programmed to take care of others and to do the things that we think we should be doing, or that other people have expectations of us, especially our jobs, our families, our partners, our children. We spend a lot of time living in the world of others and not a ton of time living in the world of ourselves. So I would love to share with you one of the programs that I offer. This is a completely free program, and it's all about, and those are Arbonne products, but this is all about breaking that cycle of self-sabotage, right? We all take time to care about others, and we don't always take time to care about ourselves. And I'm just going to remind you of something that you've probably heard 1,000 times. Imagine yourself sitting on an airplane, you're watching the safety video, and they talk about when the cabin pressure drops and you see the masks fall from the ceiling, please make sure that you put your own mask on before you help somebody else in need. Why do they do that? Because even though we feel guilty about self-care and we feel like we should be doing things for other people, if you're not breathing, you can't help someone else. So if you're interested in 7 simple hacks, 5 minutes a day of emails that will help you break out of that chaos, break out of caretaker mode, and turn that attention to yourself, you can go to 300.golivespartan.com/mastermind, and you can get 7 of those emails for free. Reach out to me at ask@golivespartan.com if you're curious. I'll mention the email again later, but 300.golivespartan.com, because I'm a Spartan, so Spartan warrior, the 300 should be easier to remember. And there's a 30-day version of this as well. So this is free, the 30-day version for an additional 30 days of emails and tips and recipes and productivity and time management and all the things that I love at just 5 minutes a day, because sometimes that's all you have time for, is available for $47. But if you are doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, just reach out to whoever invited you to this presentation, or if I sent it to you and you're interested in the 30 Days to Healthy Living, which is truly a transformative program, you can access my $47 30-day emails for only $20, so less than $1 a day. So just reach out to whoever told you about this and they can get you that discount. While we're talking about the 30 Days to Healthy Living, I figure it's a good time to sort of introduce you a little bit more to me. So I told you my name, I told you what I do, you've gotten a little bit of an idea of some of the skills that I have to offer. I'm going to tell you now that I didn't always used to be this way. In fact, I was nowhere near this way. Sometimes I was projecting this on the outside, but inside I was not living it. I was a person who was continuously challenged in my health in a lot of ways. I had 5 major surgeries before the age of 27. I was in and out of hospitals, not being able to figure out what was going on with me, constant stomach problems, headaches, inflammation all over my body. I was taking 14 to 20 Aleve every single day. And please keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm only speaking about my personal experiences, and I love doctors and believe in a combination of Western and Eastern medicine. So anything that I recommend, please make sure you run it by a health professional, which I am not. So anyhow, it got to the point where I was in my 30s, and it was a couple weeks before my favorite cousin's wedding, and I was really sick, and I was in the hospital, and I was in the hospital for 6 days with 95% of my intestine totally inflamed. And I didn't care about myself. I didn't want anyone there. My mother offered to come, and I just kept telling her I was fine. I was going to be okay. I didn't need her, and I did desperately need her, but I didn't think that I was worth the attention. And I was just really, really sick, really sick. Got out of the hospital, and I just kind of struggled for a few months after that. I was in a job that I hated. I was working 70 hours a week on my feet. I was in a dead end relationship. It was just, there was nothing positive going on. And on a whim, I decided I would go to a rheumatologist. I don't know, the universe put that energy out there, told me, go do this. So I went to a rheumatologist. I walked into her office, and within 5 minutes, she asked me a couple of questions and gave me a diagnosis for autoimmune disease, a specific one that I won't go into here, but it answered all of my questions and just made everything clear. And so with that, I also got medicine. And medicine was great. I was not in as much pain anymore, but it had awful side effects. And I was gaining weight. And one of the medications made me suicidal. And it was just not sustainable. So a few months, 6 months after that, I just reached a breaking point, and I went to Costa Rica to a yoga retreat. And while I was there, I completely detoxed and started a vegan, gluten-free diet and cleanse. And I'm not saying that you should drop everything and become vegan. I'm saying that eliminating some things for a little bit of time can start to clear things up, which it did for me. And suddenly the brain fog lifted, and I started writing, and I felt better about myself emotionally, and my skin looked better. And the holistic doctor was like, yeah, you've got a lot of stuff going inside. Let's deal with your gut health so that we can deal with your skin, which is the largest organ in your body. And then that will transfer to the inside of you. And I was like, wait, my stomach and my gut and my skin, and how does it all work? It worked. And I'm happy to say that 2 years later, 3 years after that, but for 2 years now, since I've been on a steady regimen of self-care, and that includes mind, body, spirit, all of it, I have not had to take any medication. I have not been sick, have not been injured, and am the happiest and best version of myself I've ever been. And that is when I got introduced to Arbonne. So a friend of mine from high school saw all of the stuff that I was doing with yoga and retreats and my healthy living. And she said, I really think you might want to try some of these products. And I said, sure, why not? I'm already using things like that. That's already my lifestyle. Let's take a look. Vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, good recycling policy, good company. Let's do this. I started incorporating the products, and even though I was already at a really great version of my health, the systems like the 30 days to healthy living allowed me to be able to really create a plan for myself that worked with my busy schedule, and allowed me to take care of myself in an easier way. So it was great for me. And so I decided I might as well get a better discount, signed up for the community, became a consultant. And that is where things really took off for me. Because as I went to my first team meeting, I realized that this was a community full of these amazing people, and there was all this personal and professional development. And I was already doing that stuff because I've owned businesses my entire life while also working and being the caretaker, because overachiever. And so I just naturally fell into this role of learning and teaching and growing. And it got to the point where I started teaching a business boost camp, which is another program that I have to offer. And I'll just quickly show you that. And if you're interested in this, it's again 300.golivespartan.com business boost. And the first lesson is right there, free on the website. So if you're curious about any of this stuff, take a look. What I do is I help people figure out what their superpowers are, and then how to communicate those superpowers and integrate them into their lives, into their businesses, so that you're authentically communicating a life that is connected to your values, your passions, and your dreams, so that the people who need your help and who you're meant to connect with will find you. So they will find you and they will throw all the money at you and throw all the love at you and all of the things that you can offer them that only you can offer them. And every single one of you out there has something like that. So if you want to know more about that, this is a program that I have available. So now I'd like to just run you through a really fun exercise. Many of you out there might be to-do list people, or you might be pro and con list people. And I used to be a pro-con list person. And guess what? The pros and cons list, dramatic pause, is usually based on other people's needs and not your own. So if you really think about it, you're making lists of like, I should do this because of this reason, or I want to do this because of this reason. It's not always connected to what you value. And it's so important to connect your life and your business, and your business is your life and your life is a business. They're interchangeable when you start to live from an authentic place, but it's so important to connect those with your values. And that happens on a small scale and also a huge scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you something called a values audit. So here is a list of words. And now is where you need that pen and paper I spoke of. We just have a list of value words here. And I want you to just look at this list and write down the first 15 of them that jump out at you. And I don't want you to think. You know how when you spin a globe and the globe is spinning and you close your eyes and you just point your finger down and that's where you're meant to travel? I want you to just trust that your mind is going to let you travel to the place that you need to right now. So write down 15 words, any 15 words. And I'm just going to keep talking while your mind and your eyes pick the 15 words that matter. And I'm not going to pause this video, and I don't want you to pause this video, and I'm not going to put time on the clock. You get another 30 seconds to start writing. So write down those 15 words. I'm not going to do the Jeopardy theme song. It felt really natural, but it's silly. I'm not going to do it. And there might be copyright infringement. So have you written down your 15 words? Great. You have your 15 words written down. These are values. I'm taking them away, not sharing the screen anymore. You can always refer back to this video, by the way, or you can just Google values list and you'll get a ton of words. And I want you to think about the fact that you may think you already know what you value. They change. Your values change all the time. Like literally every minute of the day, your values could change. So if you're ever feeling stuck, or like you need to break out of something and into something else, this is a great exercise. It's great for decision making, but it's just great for unsticking. So you have your 15 words. I want you to look at your 15 words, and then I want you to write down, I want you to think for a second, and I want you to write down the 5 of them that are the most important to you right now, that just like really feel like, and I'm closing my AgeWell box because I need to have a surface to write on. So your 5 words from your list of 15 that you think right now are probably the things that you value the most. And you're just thinking about it, but don't put too much thought into it. Like, obviously, I want you to take a little bit of time to think, but this isn't about that. It's really about trusting your gut. Now that you've got your gut health in order with the 30 days to healthy living, you know you can trust your gut. So I'm just writing down 5 of my words, and you'll see that I'm not really thinking too much about it. My brain knows what it needs. All right, so you've got your 5 words. Mine are balance, generosity, enjoyment, confidence, and bravery. These are not words that I always have on my list, but they are things that I value right now. So what do you do with these? What do you do with these 5 words? Let's say that you're faced with a decision. Let's say today I have the choice to redo my website or to go for a hike with a friend. And that's just a small decision that I want to make. And both are good options, and both are things that I want to do. But which one should I do? I only have time for one. Okay. So this is where the values audit happens. So what you're going to do is you're going to just have a head-to-head battle with these words, with each of them against each other, a fight to the death. So balance versus generosity. Which one do I value more? At the moment, balance. So I put a tally mark next to balance. Balance versus enjoyment. Enjoyment feels more to me today. Balance versus confidence. Balance, ooh, paper. Balance versus bravery. Balance. Now I'm done with the first word on my list. How are you doing on yours? Okay, generosity versus enjoyment. Enjoyment. Generosity versus confidence. Generosity. Generosity versus bravery. Generosity. Now I'm done with the second word on my list. Down to enjoyment. Enjoyment versus confidence. Enjoyment. Enjoyment versus bravery. Enjoyment. All right. Now we've just got two words left. Number 4 and number 5. Confidence versus bravery. Confidence. So now I have tally marks. And I might have thought that what I value most is bravery. I picked that word because it felt really strong for me, right? Well, I'm about to tell myself otherwise. So I have a score of 4 for enjoyment, 3 for balance, 2 for generosity, 1 for confidence, and 0 for bravery. So let's go back to my choices for today. So my choices are to redo my website or to go for a hike with my friend. Well, what I value most right now are enjoyment and balance. So what am I going to do? I might need to do my website at some point, but will I be productive at it if I'm not really connected to it in this moment? Definitely not. So I'm going to go for a hike with a friend. That's my choice. So that works on a small level. What about bigger picture stuff? Do I quit my job and start my own business and have that wonderful schedule flexibility that I've always dreamed of? Or do I stay in my job? You could make a pro and con list, or you could do this values audit. So let's say that I, again, have these 5 words and I value enjoyment the most and balance the most and generosity. And I'm suddenly connected to the idea that I can be generous with myself. It seems like my choice would be I'm going to quit my job and start my own business, right? That would be what my choice would be based on what I value in this moment. Everybody's values are individual to them. Everyone's needs are individual to them. But when you connect to what those values are, you are much more likely to reach whatever version of success you have in your mind, whatever that means to you. I am all about helping people connect to those things. So this has been my presentation, a little bit of fun, a little bit of self-care, a little bit of motivation. Again, if you've enjoyed any of this, you can reach out to me at I'm Diamando. You can reach out to me at ask@golivespartan.com, like Spartan warriors, like I am. Ask@golivespartan.com. If you are interested in any of the products or programs, the programs specific to me, definitely email me. I'll send you to the right website. Any of the other stuff, reach out to the person who put you in touch with this presentation. I do hope that you all have gained something from this. That is my mission in life, is to give people the tools to put their best self forward. So I use a lot of little tools and I just keep learning and keep teaching because not everything works for everyone. But the more you know and the more you experience, the more likely you are to be able to find the thing that works for you. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining me. And wherever you are in the world and whatever it is that you're doing, I hope you continue to have a beautiful, motivating, powerful, and values-driven life. All right. Have a great day, everyone.